So I've heard about certain stores that are going to be stopping the sale of CDs.
Yeah, it was like Target,
And Best Buy.
Best Buy, yeah.
Yeah. So is it just going to be gone, just done?
They'll get rid of all of them.
Do?
I noticed Shopko is down to like one rack of CDs, and those will be gone soon.
Mm-hmm.
They'll clearance them and get rid of them.
So now we all have to just go online?
I think so. If you want the actual recorded product. I was reading statistics the other day that 70% of people get their music online now. They download it.
That's scary because
on
you just taught me
phones
how
and
to use an
players
iPod.
Yeah.
This year, I just learned how to use an iPod.
I just told you what an iPod does. Yeah, really.
How do you use this conflagging thing again? What? What is this? Oh.
You know what, though? There are a couple of losers. The music business complains every year that they sell less and less.
Mm-hmm.
That this is a move to make it so that they make money again.
Mm-hmm.
That they're actually losing money.
Yeah.
I think they're losing money because they're not doing what they used to. They used to have the artists that make the money off of one or two songs, and then they'd have the artists they're cultivating. I mean, we wouldn't have Neil Young. We wouldn't have Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
Look at these classic bands that are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have them if they didn't cultivate them.
Mm-hmm.
Some bands made it right out of the thing. Van Halen, their first album established them, and they've been a hit. But think of how many artists, Ricky Lee Jones, Patti Smith. I mean, some of these people that are part of our American music history, if they hadn't been cultivated, we wouldn't have them.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to use the rules that they're using nowadays, we wouldn't have them.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, older people that have no clue how to download music or where to download it to, and they're just getting a flip phone because they're being forced out of their landline phone. I mean, all these things are being forced on a lot of older people, and this is one of them. I mean, they're still playing their records going, I don't know how to make the CD work on my record player.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's a true story. I'm not making that up.
Oh, boy.
I had a friend that was in his 80s, and he says, I need you to come over and look at my stereo. And I was like, okay. So I went over to his house, and he goes, now I'll show you. And he put a record on, he played, and I said, everything sounds great, man. What's the problem? He goes, I'll tell you the problem. I went out and bought the new Miles Davis. And he put it on, and he goes, listen. And I said, well, I know your problem right now. And I said, that's a CD. That's not a record.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. But he didn't know.
Oh.
He noticed, he went to his record store, all the records were gone, and they were smaller.
Oh.
So to him, he's thinking these are 45s.
Oh, geez.
You know, they're just smaller record product. You know, the new technology, they're making records a little smaller. But the thing is they aren't showing people how to use their product than they used to before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's where they're losing the money because they're not keeping up with the people that have no idea how to use it.
Yeah. Well, there's just so much information out there. I guess these record companies just kind of assume that people know what to do with these products.
Yep.
You know.
And now they're bringing records back out.
Mm-hmm. Now they're being made again.
Which I think is dumb because now people are like, well, records are never going to come out again. I'm going to throw away my turntable.
Mm-hmm.
Wah, wah.
Well, now you have to go to an antique store
and buy
to get a turntable.
Yeah, now you're buying your stuff back from Goodwill.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You only gave me $10 for that. You want $100?
So now, I mean, if you go to a show and you go to a meet and greet or something like that, you know, because a lot of these old rock stars are now back on tour.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Journey and Def Leppard and Doobie Brothers.
See, but with them,
you know,
everybody has albums on them. So you bring the album and they have
you've got to dust off your old album.
Yeah.
You know,
but if you want to see Panic at the Disco, what do you bring?
Yeah, exactly. Some of these new artists, what do you bring? You bring your phone and have them sign it? I mean, what do you bring?
You know, that could be.
You sign the back of my phone.
They sign the phone. It'll be an autograph app where they sign the app, and then it'll automatically imprint it on your downloaded album.
That's an idea for an app.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, autograph app. Oh.
And then you can print it up and
you
frame
heard
it
here first, kids.
Yeah,
All
that's
right. Ding,
we
ding,
own
ding.
it.
Hey, right there.
Sherry and Chris own the app.
Autograph app.
Autograph
hey.
app.
I wonder if anybody thought of that yet.
I knew we'd make $1 million off this show sooner or later.
We're rich.
It hasn't even come out yet. So are you keeping up with technology? Is that what you're
No.
See, the thing is
Again,
I try
with
to.
with the iPod thing,
I
just
try to, but I think I'm
No.
enough old school. I like reading the liner notes. I want to know who
Yeah.
wrote that song.
Yeah.
I like to read the lyrics along with it.
Mm-hmm.
I like to know who's playing on it, who was the guest,
Mm-hmm.
who produced it. I like
Yeah.
all that stuff.
I like the little tidbits and their notes in there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I like that too.
It's cool to know, oh, the band wrote all their own songs or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or, oh, gosh, look, Cher wrote that with that guy. And
Mm-hmm.
I like knowing all that stuff. And with the downloaded product, there's no personality anymore.
Yeah.
And there's no connection, really, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You're not
Exactly.
seeing the band. You're not knowing who's on it. There's no emotion. They're taking the emotion out of music now, is what I think.
We're losing that connection to the
Right.
artist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why people aren't buying music.
Yeah.
Before you had this huge album the size of your head and you could read it and there was pictures in it. And sometimes they had like fold outs and posters and stuff that none of that now.
Yeah.
Now you got to go pay $10 for a poster at Spencer's and download your CD from Amazon. And
Yeah. Where have all the good times gone?
yeah, boy, I sounded like I needed to like
Where's your cane?
hike my pants up, wear
Back in my day.
black socks and kick everybody off my lawn.
I think you got a few more gray hairs.
Exactly, yeah.
in that
Just a
last
few
segment.
more appeared on that one. Get off my lawn. You're all too loud. Turn it down. All right, so if you have some comments about where music is going or CDs being taken off the shelves, you can write us.
Comment right below. What's the next big thing?
Yeah.